Hello, I'm George Kaler, 78-year-old investor, and I'm going to talk about the economy, the market, and some things that I think will help you to overcome the difficulties that we're in now and the difficulties that are to come. There's not going to be any professional advice in this short presentation. It's just my outlooks, friend to friend, and what I would do, and I am doing, in these circumstances, which are, for a lot of you out there, are unprecedented. But being 78, a lot of things that just aren't unprecedented to me. Fuel is at an all-time high. And it's kind of an engineered thing. The New Green Deal, if we can make fuel expensive enough that people simply can't afford it, we'll stop driving, stop heating, stop manufacturing. And if the rest of the world, such as China, Russia, India, Indonesia, and the major polluters, if they all do as we do, perhaps the global temperatures will come down. And I wish they were cooperating with us, but they're not. It's just us doing this, and we're kind of doing it to ourselves. And because fuel is up, a lot of things are more expensive. Everything is transferred by either rail or truck or whatever. Electricity for your electric cars, that comes from a gas-generated or coal-generated electricity plant. And so everything is going up because of fossil fuels and our war on them. And they made war right back. They become so expensive that we can't use them. Markets are down. And markets are down because mainly of fear. Fear of the inflation, of the fuel costs, and of, quite frankly, we don't seem to have a rudder on our ship right now. And so what do you do? Well, first of all, I haven't sold anything that I own. Any of my stocks, bonds, mutual funds, any of that. I haven't sold a thing. I'm still fully in. And it's gone down. This morning I got a call from a client who said, George, my account is only down 9%. I see the market is really way down, but I'm only down 9%. Thank you for being my advisor. Well, in another reality, he might have called and said, what's going on? I'm down 9% from where I was when I was at my high. Well, as I said, it's a new reality. So let's look at an illustration here. If it really doesn't matter how good your ship is, how good your captain is, how good the crew is, or what's in your hold. There's no magic here. If the level of the ocean worldwide has dropped, your ship isn't going to be up here, it'll be here. So there is no magic. Everything is down, no matter what you got, no matter how good your people are that are managing your portfolio. And do you think that these guys are panicking? No, they're not. They're not paid to panic. They're paid to look for opportunities. When shares of stock are at a lower price, you can buy more of them. Dividends are still good. They're using dividends from your portfolio, from my portfolio. They're looking for opportunities down here to put up in here into your hold. And when the ocean level comes back up, you've got a lot more shares of stock. And it's greatly leveraged when it's all returned. So if you don't need your money right away, all of it, I don't need all my money. I'm living on my income, living on other things, and I don't need to liquidate my portfolio. So I'm just going to let their market do their thing. I'm going to let the money managers do their thing. And you're not going to go broke. especially if you're in mutual funds, you own thousands of shares in thousands of different companies. And unless all those companies go broke, neither will you. And if they do go broke, it doesn't matter where your money is. We're going to be back in the Stone Age kind of anyway. So, which is going to bring us to, well, the next thing. But, another thing I was told, George, people who know me well say, George, you're never happy when your portfolio is up. You're never sad when it comes down. Well, the thing is, I don't base my happiness on whether the market is up or down. And I've seen it so many times, I don't get jittery, ever. And but I do realize that a lot of people are seeing something for the very first time. And I sympathize with that. Another reason I haven't sold anything is because all of history in America, the ocean level has come back up. And when that happens, it's called a recovery. When the stock market goes back up, if you're not in it, you don't recover like those who are in it. You've locked in your losses. So whatever it went down to, that's where you'll stay. It's locked in. You say, well, I'll put my money back in when the market recovers. Problem is, you don't know when that'll be. And statistically, if you miss just 4 days of the best trading days during the course of a recovery, you've missed out on about 60% of what you could have had by being in the market just those 4 days. Problem is, nobody knows when those 4 days will be. That's why I'm just staying in the market and trusting that it will do its thing. My money managers will do their thing, and I'm going to be okay. Now, we've been tweaking Putin's nose. We brag that, hey, we gave the technology that sunk your ship, killed thousands of your sailors. We supplied the technology that got 10 of your generals killed. Well, Putin is he's not happy about that. Who would be? And this is unprecedented. We've never told a leader of a foreign power, especially one that doesn't like us in the first place, what we're doing to them. And no matter what you own, in the stock market, cash, even gold, it won't really matter if he loves a nuclear missile or we get into a shooting war. Things are going to change, and they're going to change quickly, and everything you knew won't be happening. It'll be different. And so at that point, you're going to need alliances, that is, with other like-minded friends who can help you get through that. You're going to need items to barter. Now, for instance, non-perishable. You don't want to buy things that are going to perish. So I subscribe to this on Amazon. Every couple of weeks I get 3 boxes of cereal. And it's dry. The boxes are wrapped in cellophane. Inside the boxes themselves, the cereal is it's waterproof, leak-proof, no air. It'll last forever. Dried egg powder. Now my wife said, hey, that isn't good as real eggs. Well, if things really get bad and you're hungry, I don't think you're going to mind that they're not quite as good as real eggs. You mix them with water, you have all the nutrients of real eggs, so you're going to be okay. Canned goods. There's nothing going on inside there. There's no oxygen. There's no nothing. These beans will be good 10 years from now. In fact, during the 60s, I was given some canned goods. My family given some canned goods that were from World War II, K rations and so on. They were in cans. They had been sealed over 20 years earlier. And they were as good as could be. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. Condensed soups, things like that. And that's for your food. You also need things with which you can barter. Whiskey, vodka, aspirin, salt. Things that people want that you have that you can trade for other things. Ammunition. People are going to want that. You own it, they'll give you food for it. They'll give you a lot of things for what you got if you have things that you can barter with. During World War II, and I don't know if we're the same people we were back then, but they had victory gardens. That is, you can grow your own food. You can have chickens. I have a lot of friends who have chickens. I don't like them myself. If you read the book Surviving Georgia, you know I kind of made war on the chickens. I tied them to my wagon to try to make them pull me and so on. That didn't work out. But what does a 5-year-old know? I didn't know that wouldn't work out. But having things that can make you independent. Finally, we have God. And that's an equation that part of it that people just forget. But you shouldn't. And when you allow God to pull you through a difficult situation, a difficult market, and trust in Him, it's almost mystical. But He pulls you through. And we're going to get through this. I appreciate your watching this short video today. You can share it with your friends if you wish. And anyone who wants to write to me for more information, go to george@ontherightside.com, ontherightside.com. And also you can look up survival skills, things with which you can barter, non-perishable food. There's tons of information there on the internet that you can find on how to prepare yourself if things, which they can, turn on a dime and everything is so different that you're not sure what to do. Well, I want you to know what to do. That's why I'm here. Thank you for watching.